I loved the first 4 episodes. Like straight up, I loved them so much. I really can't wait for the rest of the series.
Man, I was really wanting to get to this interview because I wanted to hear your opinion. I'm so glad to hear that.
The show's incredible. And my favorite part of the show is that it's the Star Wars I've been waiting for. It has no Jedis, it has no lightsabers, it has no desert planets, and no Skywalkers. I just want to explore more of the Star Wars universe, and this show is doing that. Can you talk about that aspect of the series?
Yeah, it is. It is a show about the people, in both sides. It's quite unfair to, I mean, I understand why, but it's quite unfair to call it Andor because it's pretty much an ensemble piece, where people matters and storylines are important, The people you'll meet here is just regular people surviving in very dark times of the galaxy, in both sides, in the Empire, in that bureaucratic system that doesn't allow people to be people, to be themselves, where they're just numbers, and then you have like these other people surviving oppression in very hardcore moments, and it's about that need for people to unite, to articulate a reaction that involves community. It's about the strength of community. I think it's a pretty pertinent story also these days, and this long format. I mean, I grew up watching film. I wanted to do film. I've done film all my life, but I tell you one thing: that the freedom that this long format has brought to us is quite unique because we can ambition to be, yes, the action and adventure story that Star Wars wants you to be, but at the same time, sometimes be a very intimate journey of characters just relating, and then go to a spyish thriller, a political drama, and come back and transform. And, we don't have to make choices that would alienate us from trying other stuff, new stuff. And we're allowed to be different in a way in the world and universe of Star Wars. And we're really pleased with that.
How much had you and Tony discussed like the full arc of both seasons prior to committing to making the series?
I don't know if he would like me to say this, but I'll say it because he was completely honest to me. And I love that about Tony. He's just honest and open and the best collaborator. We had a phone call and he said, look, I'm going to pitch you what I have in mind. And I want to know your opinion before I sit and start writing or before I commit to this, because we have to be in the same page. And I need to know what you think. And I need to know you would like me to go there. Otherwise, there's no point on sitting down and writing this. And he pitched me his first idea, like the full picture. And I just couldn't believe it. It was so in tune with what I had in mind in terms of my backstory, the one I just needed to answer to myself in order to portray Cassian in Rogue One. But also it was so rich and so full of truthness. It's I don't know. It is. He says a lot that. He says like it has to be real, but that doesn't look real. And you go like, I love that we're trying Star Wars to be real, but it's true. We are trying, and we want these moments to feel like moments you've lived, or you've witnessed, or your friend is telling you about, anyway, yes, we did connect at the very beginning, and since then we have an open conversation. We are partners in this. I owe him everything, and he knows how to work, how to lead a team. He is a great leader in many ways because he loves collaboration.
Listen, I already got to stop. I'm just going to say, man, I cannot wait to watch the rest of the series. I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope we can talk again once I've seen more.
Let's make sure that happens.
Man, I loved it. I really loved it. Just congrats.
Cool.
For real.
Thank you, man.